Education consists of mainly in what we have learned. It's a continuous process from the minute we are born until we die. Hello friends, this is Pooja Sharma and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Paradise of English. So in this series of video lesson, I'm going to tell you all about subject-verb agreement. We'll start this lesson as a basic, and in the upcoming videos, we'll have some more advanced topic on subject-verb agreement. So without wasting time, let's get started. So friends, this first video lesson will teach you how to make sentences with correct verbs form for different subjects and how to use the verb be, that is, am, are, was and were. At the end of the lesson, we'll have final practice questions that will test your understanding. So if you're ready, let's get started. So now the question raises here, what is subject-verb agreement? Well, you know that every English sentence has a subject and a verb. Subject-verb agreement means subject and verb must be in the correct form. Now what the rule says, a verb must agree with its subject in number and person. A singular subject takes a singular verb. A plural subject takes a plural verb. Take these two sentences. That monkey eats bananas. Those monkeys eat bananas. In the first sentence, we see singular noun is the subject, that is monkey. Noun means name. So here monkey is the name of an animal and this is the subject also, and verb is eats. Verb means an action. In this sentence, the subject is a singular noun, means we are talking about one monkey. So the verb also needs to be singular, that will be eats. But in the second sentence, we have a plural subject, monkeys, and a plural verb, eat. Those monkeys eat bananas. Notice that the nouns and the verb are behaving in opposite ways. The singular noun monkey becomes monkeys with an S in the plural form, but the verb has an S in the singular form eats, and the plural verb eat doesn't have an S at the end. Here are some more examples, you can say, or more sentences that will actually give you more idea about subject verb agreement. You can see that boy walks to school, those boys walk to school, this car goes fast, these cars go fast, your shirt looks nice, your shirts look nice, that lady speaks Spanish, those ladies speak Spanish. So the singular noun here are boy, car, shirt, lady, etc. They all are noun because these are the name of people, animal or object. The singular verbs all have an S, that we know, that eats or goes or S or walks, etc. When we look at the plurals, this is reversed. The plural noun all have S at the end, and the plural verbs have no S at the end. Now in plural nouns, I want to point out that there are some irregular plurals also. For example, if we'll take, instead of saying that boy walks to school, we say that child walks to school. So we use a plural verb walk with no S at the end, right? Here is one more example, but going to be a little tricky. If you'll see this last one, Mark lives in Florida. Mark and Anna live or lives in Florida. So Mark is the name of one man. So we say lives and singular verb. That's quite easy. But what if Mark has a wife, Anna, which you say Mark and Anna lives in Florida or live in Florida? Well, Mark is one person, so singular. Similarly, Anna is one person, again singular. However, Mark and Anna are two people. So this is a plural form. So we need a plural verb. We need to remember that a plural verb is that not taken s at the end. So Mark and Anna live in Florida. This will be the correct sequence. So this type of subject connected by end, it is called a compound subject, right? All right. There are lots of nouns in these sentences, but in natural speech and writing, we often use pronouns in the place of nouns to avoid repetition, basically. For example, instead of that child, if I say that child, I can say he walks to school. Or instead of those children, they walk to school, can be used. In the place of that lady, I can say she speaks Spanish. And for the plural again, they speak Spanish. So they here refer to those ladies. This car goes fast can be rewritten as it goes fast. And these cars becomes they go fast. So here are all the other sentences with a noun subject changes to a pronoun subject. As you can see it here, there are two things that I would like to point out. Notice that in the first sentence, I've said he, she, or it. That's because you can refer to an animal like a monkey in the same way that if you talk about a person, you can use he or she, or you can just say it. That's all. That's also correct. Then second, we say that all of the plurals have been changed to they, but in some cases you can also have we. For example, if you see here, we if you are talking about to that Spanish speaking lady, they can say we speak Spanish. Similarly, in the conversation with Mark and Anna, we might say we live in Florida. We means the couple, right? The children can say we walk to school. So here is a table that shows you this pattern very clearly. If you see the first row, it has singular nouns and the singular pronouns he, she, it. So the verb are in singular form with an s added to the end. In the second row, we see plural nouns along with two plural pronouns we and they. So the verb and is also plural without the s, you can say. You might have noticed that there are two important pronouns missing here, that is pronoun I and you. Okay, we'll go back to the main PPT. Fine. So the two important pronouns they're missing here, pronoun I and pronoun you. Now let me ask you one thing: are I and you they're used as singular or plural? Where would you put them actually? Now the pronoun I is always singular. You is usually singular because we usually focus on one person when speaking. But it can also be plural when talking to more than one person. Like for example, through this video, I'm teaching all of you. So I is a singular pronoun and you can be singular or plural. However, the rule in English is that with both I and you, we always use a plural verb. Don't ask me why. There is no real reason for this. It's just a rule to be remembered. Now, subject verb agreement rule only apply to present form. That need to be you need to be keep in your mind while going through subject verb agreement. In the past tense, subject verb agreement isn't a problem because there is only one past tense verb form, we can say. So remember that the basic subject verb agreement rule only applied in the present tense only. The rule is for the singular subject, you add s to the verb, and for a plural subject, you just use the verb in its base form without s. Actually, this rule works for all verbs except for one, and that is the verb be. The verb be has its own subject verb agreement rule. Let's talk about it. You know that the verb in English have two present tense forms. For example, eat, eats, walk, walks, and so on. And one past tense form, ate or walked, etc. But the verb be has three present tense forms, is, am, and are. It also has two past tense form, was and were. In the present, if the subject is I, we say am. For example, I am a teacher. I am going to eat. We can understand it here with the example. If the subject is singular noun or one of these pronouns, he, she, it, we use s. For example, he is happy, Sarah is writing, it is raining. And if the subject is a plural or one of these pronoun, you, we, or they, we use are. You are late, we are eating, the children are playing. In the past, the rule is quite a slight. It is slightly different for singular noun subjects, and for the pronouns I, he, she, it, we use was. For example, I was tired, Arun was running. And for the plural subject and the pronouns you, we, they, we use were. You were rude, you were traveling. So in this way, you can say that some of these sentences have continuous verb. For example, I'm going, is writing, is raining, are playing, was running. These are in the present or past continuous tense, but the form of the verb be, am, is, are, was, and were won't changes depending on the subjects. If you memorize the simple rule in this table, you will find the verb be correctly. The next thing that we need to learn here are some of the important tips, or we can say the grammar bites. Now, what it says, subject verb agreement only apply to present tense. Two or more singular nouns or pronouns joined by and require a plural verb. The verb is made to agree in number with a noun near instead of with its proper subject. The verb be has its own subject verb agreement rule. It has three types of present tense form: is, are, was, were. Hope you enjoyed this video lesson. For more videos, keep on liking us and do subscribe our channel if not done yet. Thanks for watching. See you later.